There is a specific moment when you decide to pack a bag, walk out the door, and leave a familiar room behind. The East Coast has long been the primary choice for luxury living in Singapore, but holding on to these legacy properties comes with a hidden, accumulating cost: lease decay. This map tells the story. Red circles mark completion dates for high-end condos on this stretch: 1977, 1982, 1993. Their 99-year leases are ticking down. Follow the coastline to this star. Launching in 2026, Vela Bay is the only entirely new private residential development here. For right-sizers and investors, waiting out the clock on an aging asset creates a growing exposure to lease decay. Preserving wealth requires resetting that clock on an uncompromised foundation. That foundation is located at the edge of the Bayshore precinct. The government is currently transforming this 60-hectare tract of land into Singapore's next major coastal transformation. The master plan reveals the scope of the project. Vela Bay is the first private residential development to launch within this revitalized enclave, providing early buyers with a first-mover advantage. The math of that advantage is clear. The developers secured this site at a land rate of $1,388 per square foot per plot ratio. Because this rate is lower than the projected entry costs for the unbuilt future plots nearby, today's buyers enter at a highly competitive price floor. Efficiency also plays a role. Under the government's GFA harmonization policy, the floor space is measured with higher precision, reducing wasted square footage and passing those direct savings to the consumer. Combining a low initial land cost with optimized floor space creates a calculated financial buffer. This helps shield your initial capital against market volatility. As the precinct matures and neighboring land parcels launch at higher rates, this early entry point supports future capital growth. This placement positions a luxury residence directly within a government-led precinct transformation, tying individual asset growth to regional urbanization. The local infrastructure reinforces that value. Residents have doorstep access to the newly completed Bayshore MRT station on the Thomson East Coast Line. This line serves as a direct urban artery, providing a seamless transit route to the central business district and the future Changi Terminal 5 megaterminal. At the same time, the site is integrated into nature. East Coast Park and the shoreline are a short walk or cycle away. This specific plot addresses the traditional real estate compromise, offering both high-capacity urban transit and immediate coastal access. The architecture reflects this coastal setting. The name Vela is derived from the Latin for sails, and the two 31-story towers are designed to mimic the lines and movement of luxury yachts. The development draws its aesthetic cues from Monaco and the romantic charm of Portofino, establishing a high-end beachfront prestige for the Singapore coastline. The 515 units are built with a strict north-south orientation. This layout avoids the direct afternoon sun while maximizing unblocked views of the sea and the city skyline. This design focus is evident in the project's layout. With infinity pools, clubhouses, and landscape decks, the property functions as a retreat from the city's density. The architecture takes the underlying investment logic and expresses it through a nautical-inspired living environment that rivals international coastal destinations. While older properties are seeing their leases slowly decline, Vela Bay offers a fresh 99-year start in a neighborhood at the beginning of its transformation. Purchasing here means securing a position in the first phase of a government-backed urban evolution. Faster, more urgent tone. This first-mover advantage is tied to current land rates. Once neighboring plots are released for tender, the baseline entry cost for the entire precinct will likely rise. Moving away from the compromises of the past allows you to step out onto a balcony and know you have secured a fresh 99-year lease in the East's next major hub. Secure your first-mover advantage while the opportunity is still open. Reach out today for an exclusive preview.